Welcome back to the Academy Stadium for a big 45 minutes or so of football in both of these sides' pursuit of not just the WSL title this season, but also a top 3 spot that would ensure qualification for the Women's Champions League next season. 1-1 at the break. Vivianne Miedema had Arsenal in front in just the 3rd minute before Sam Mewis levelled. So which of these teams is going to get themselves a crucial 3 points, pursuit of those top 3 aspirations and also those title aspirations? The current result isn't too much good to either side in that regard. Arsenal would probably be maybe the happier with the point because of being the away side, but they were of course in front. Wherever you are across the globe, fantastic to have you back for this second half. City of course attacking from right to left now in their light blue with white. Arsenal with those dark red shorts and the white shirts going from left to right this time around. Stokes. Hemp. Horton looks wide.
Yes, Jill! Yes, Jill! Back again!
No shortage of players on either team's benches that could come on and make an impact. If City were to go and chase the win, which I'd expect they'll be looking to do. They have the likes of Janine Becky, the Canadian forward, and of course Ellen White, who needs no introduction particularly to England fans. But never mind England fans across the globe after goal-scoring efforts for club and country. As for Arsenal, Jordan Nobbs could be a good option as a creative midfielder. She's got a good goal-scoring record against Manchester City as well. Jordan Nobbs, not least a long-range stunner when these two last met at this very stadium a couple of months ago in an FA Cup semi-final. Maya. Little turn from Mead. Now Little, forced back, trying to find her way through. Can't do so that time. Here comes City through Hemp. Hemp forward, Stanway. Stanway has space and tries a first-time effort. Would have been quite splendiferous to score from there. Georgia Stanway lost her footing as she did so. She had options arriving too. She wasn't entirely isolated, Georgia Stanway. Arsenal, as they always like to do, go short from the goal kick. BT looks left, McCabe. BT once more. Easy to pick out in those pink boots, which are to help raise awareness for breast cancer. Personal fight that she's spoken so bravely about in the build-up to this game. It's quite extraordinary as well. She scored in the 5-0 WSL win against Brighton back in October, just 3 days after her diagnosis. And Scott also has been recently playing on through her ongoing situation. It's part of the Scotland side that missed out on Euro 2022 qualification. Broad. Really high press here from Manchester City. Arsenal win the throw, which will help them break out of it and advance up the left touchline. Have that alliance down the left of the ever-dependable Katie McCabe and then the rhyming duo, Jill Roord, who has 7 goals in 5 WSL games coming into this one. And then Caitlin Ford. Runs down the line. BT stretching to get there. Pulled back by Mewis and gathered by Williams. And Mewis knows what a good chance that was. She got past BT who risked conceding a penalty with that tackle. Lewis went on. Had 3 options in the box, but put it too close to the keeper. Walsh. Lewis on. Stanway can't get there. Georgia Stanway, who's been largely well marshalled by the Arsenal defence. Lydia Williams eventually collects. Of course, these two were right up there in the title fight last season. City finishing second. Gallingly falling. They actually got 1 point more than eventual title winners Chelsea, but because they played a game more, they missed out on the points per game method that was used to decide the league winners, with the league obviously not completing all of its fixtures due to the suspension of football because of the coronavirus pandemic. Arsenal finishing third, 3 points behind Chelsea, having played the same number of games. One for Rord to chase. Greenwood does well, covering for Stokes, who had been caught slightly out of position.
Marlon, sometimes when you receive it inside, just bounce out, and then we can start again. Just try to turn and go. Too hard, they're pressing on you.
You might have been able to hear that. Arsenal boss Joe Montemuro, easy to pick up with his Australian accent, urging the side to move the ball quickly. Not a bad cross. Still there for the Gunners. Now given away.
Play on, 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 play on.
Ball down the line. Lewis will get there. With good energy running forward from midfield. She'll find Kelly, who should keep this in. Just about does. Is skidding across that turf very, very quickly with the rain that's been on it. Stokes. Hemp. Well, Manchester City get the free kick. Lauren Hemp leaning into her marker and winning the set piece. Not really a shooting angle, but a great one for a cross. It's good work in the channels from Lauren Hemp, the 20-year-old who's getting a start today. It's only her second WSL appearance of the season. The ever-reliable left boot of Alex Greenwood is over this. Be an out-swinging delivery. Horton up from the back. Greenwood in. Punched away by Williams. Danger not gone yet, though. Hemp content to take the throw in. Now we'll leave it for Bronze to take that throw. Oh, that's a great tackle from Stanway. Manages to work it back. Nearly did it all on her own, not dissimilarly to Miedema when she scored Arsenal's opener. It really is all happening here. Little. Arsenal trying to play their way out from the press. This game getting very frantic. Both teams know a draw doesn't do much for them in the league. Now Stanway fouled again. She's right in the battle, Georgia Stanway. Nearly made something for herself out of pretty much nothing. Wasn't the best back pass from Malin Gut. Stanway nearly winning it, and had she done so, she'd have been one-on-one with Williams to give Manchester City the lead. And Georgia Stanway not happy with the lack of additional punishment. Feeling she was fouled. Manchester City will have this free kick. Greenwood will take it again. She could shoot, but given the angle, she's probably more likely to cross. Greenwood chips it up. Flick header wide, and given as a goal kick. Hung up by Greenwood. Well, City players were sure it flicked off Katie McCabe. Lucy Bronze was competing with her for it. Well, right now, the teams who this result will suit best, two teams who are not playing in this game, Manchester United and Chelsea, will both be pretty content with this game ending 1-1. Given the attacking intent both sides have shown, one would be surprised if it does. Indeed, a draw of any kind will do for two sides competing up there with these two right at the top of the table. Manchester United winning 2-1 at Reading. As things stand with a game into the last 10 minutes, Chelsea still 1-0 up against Brighton, courtesy of that Sam Kerr goal. Slightly panicked clearance by Williams. Manchester City are having a good spell here. Need to see if they can take advantage. They've been playing catch-up, of course, since the 3rd minute when Vivianne Miedema scored her 11th of the season. Referee has too much on it. Williams can gather. Arsenal need to try and change the flow of this second half. Haven't shown much going forward. They've struggled against this high press, which City again employ now. And why would they change it? It's won them the ball back once more through Walsh. Then lost by Weir. Kelly gets there, concedes the throw. Up next for Manchester City, that return game against Göteborg on Tuesday, Birmingham away next Sunday, and then 2021 starts with back-to-back WSL home games. West Ham United and Aston Villa visiting the Academy Stadium. And then January finishes off with Brighton and Hove Albion away before these two teams will meet again in the WSL on the 7th of February. This time with Arsenal at home, of course. BT down the line. McCabe sends it on. Arsenal trying to work their way out of this high press. McCabe once more. Field for Roord. McCabe. They've done so well to stitch together all of those passes, but instead here comes City. Hemp. Hemp needs options. One of them is Stanway. Stanway can't quite keep it in though. Scuttling across that turf very, very quickly now with the rain that's been on it. Neat turn from City to launch the attack. The pass just having too much on it from Lauren Hemp. Chance for Arsenal to relieve the pressure on themselves somewhat with this free kick. Up next for Arsenal after this, Everton at home next Sunday. And then 2021 starts with back-to-back WSL away games. Aston Villa away, Reading away. And then back-to-back home games. West Ham United to finish off their January. And then that return fixture against Manchester City. Weir finds Hemp. Hemp round the outside. Has two pursuing her. Lauren Hemp, in the end, doesn't win the corner. Seems to have cannoned back off her. Not an easy decision, that one. Greenwood being forced back, and Miedema pursuing, and Roebuck just about gets there. Nervous moments for Manchester City. Dominated this second half without necessarily creating any clear-cut chances. Now Arsenal looking to have a good spell. Clips forward by Williamson, headed by Greenwood. Calls kindly for Little. Williamson. Needs options. There isn't much movement ahead of her. Williamson does pretty well there. Down the line by Maya. Hooked into touch by Stokes. And suddenly Arsenal can build some forward momentum. And the boss Phil Neville watching on. Plenty of his key players in action for either side today. Beattie. Williamson. Oh, what a ball forward from Williamson. It doesn't quite work out. You can see what she was trying to do. Lost by Little. Lewis. Hemp has Stanway at that back post, and that's who she was looking for. Wins the corner. Trying to find the serial goal poacher, Georgia Stanway. Stanway, who scored her 50th City goal in the comeback 2-1 win at Gothenburg. And their Champions League round of 32 first leg in midweek. Sam Lewis scoring the winner on her European debut after Gothenburg had levelled. An outing that one might say Swede dreams are made of this, to paraphrase Annie Lennox. Cross from Greenwood, only half away. No foul on Weir, playing on. And Horton just running out of room, well shepherded by Leah Williamson. Two lionesses coming up against each other. First change of the game, and it's not an entirely surprising one. Lauren Hemp made just her second WSL start, comes off, and what a player to bring on in a tight game like this. Ellen White comes on for Manchester City. White so far this season with 4 goals from her 8 WSL games, the 31-year-old. Plenty of time to make an impact as well.
Good, Jill, good, good. Good.
Ball back, invites Miedemar to chase it against Stokes. Miedemar nearly got there as well.
Here it is, Kim, yep. Good, good, Caitlin, good.
Just from first couple of looks, it seems like Georgia Stanway might have moved out to the left wing to accommodate Ellen White playing as centre forward. Here is White. Could have scored it with her first few touches there, but caught offside.
Follow runners.
Lovely ball in behind for Stanway. And that's a great block by Leah Williamson. Superb recovery defence. She's just moved out to that left wing position, with White, the substitute, coming to be centre forward. And immediately causes real problems. Gets the wrong side of Maya. And Williamson was there for the Gunners.
First step.
Weir's corner.
Here we are, Ken.
Half away at the back post by Williamson. Walsh. Back for Horton, the City captain. Horton sends it in, but too much on that. All the way through.
Left, change. Leo, Leo.
First change of the game for Arsenal now. Joe Montemuro using his bench to try and affect this game. Steph Catley coming on. The Australian midfielder, 26-year-old, making her 4th WSL appearance of the season. Little ball in behind from Mewis. Mewis gets a second chance. Kelly. Kelly! Oh, so close. Just needed a touch at that far post. But there was too much on it from Chloe Kelly. Another warning shot fired by Manchester City. Good skill from Mewis, found the space. Possible offside at that far post. Didn't matter either way because Caroline Weir couldn't get there. Chloe Kelly causing problems. She so often does. It does seem like that change, bringing Catley on for the right back Leonie Meyer, was something of an instant response to Meyer being caught out when Stanway nearly got in behind. Stanway coming out to that left wing. So one tactical change for Manchester City leads to one in turn for Arsenal. Here come Arsenal. We've not shown much going forward in this second half. Mead. McCabe. Cross only half away. Miedemar. Step one back and City can counter. Stanway trying to use her pace down this left wing once more. Oh, just wide. Williams nearly caught out. Clever play from Caroline Weir. Williamson with the back pass. And Williams with a really poor ball out from the back that nearly got the harshest punishment possible. Well, that would have been one of the goals of the season.
Come on, we can.
Free kick for Manchester City with pretty much exactly 3/4 of this game gone. And it is the Citizens who've looked the stronger side in the second half. Greenwood over the set piece. Decent ball in, goes all the way through everybody. Mewis can't keep it alive. No one was right at that back post for it. Both of these teams undefeated at home in the WSL this season. Both of these sides have only lost once, that defeat coming away from home. Arsenal losing to Manchester United 1-0 on the 8th of November. And Manchester City losing 3-1 against Chelsea on the 11th of October. The Gunners with 2 away wins aside from that defeat to Manchester United. Someone with a drum just trying to get some support going for Manchester City. Of course, no spectators allowed in due to current restrictions with the world we find ourselves in, and watching such a brilliant game like this, one cannot help but think how much having fans in would have only added so much more to the occasion, and we can't wait to welcome you back as and when it is safe and fine to do so. All in behind for Miedemar, too much on it. Roebuck will gather. Andy Roebuck, who cites Peter Schmeichel as her childhood hero. Very much inspired her goalkeeping style, she says. Good ball wide from Stanway for Kelly. Kelly in behind. Too much on it. Williams gathers. Into the last 20 minutes. Who's going to grasp the 3 points here? Roard loses out. Both of these sides have shown no shortage of attacking intent. Either side could be accused for trying to settle for this scoreline. So that's a wild cross that goes a long way out. Important news elsewhere, as the games that kicked off half an hour earlier than ours have finished. And the most important result them in relation to these two teams is that the goal from Sam Kerr, assisted by Pernille Harder in the 21st minute, has given Chelsea a 1-0 win against Brighton. That means Chelsea now have 20 points from their 8 games so far. They're still unbeaten. They and Manchester United, the only 2 unbeaten sides left in the division. As things stand, with this 1-1 draw, Arsenal would stay above Chelsea on goal difference, but the gap between the two teams would be cut from 2 points down to mere goal difference. Manchester City would also lose ground in that race for the top 4 because of Chelsea and Manchester United winning. Elsewhere, West Ham winning 4-0 against winless bottom club Bristol City. Tottenham victorious by 3-1 against Aston Villa. Stanway. Little ball in behind. Weir. We're still going, but forced back. Good defending from Williamson, who's had a really good game at the back for Arsenal today. Stokes loses out. Now Arsenal can counter. Miedemar. Dispossessed by Greenwood. Bronze. Nearis. We're coming back for an injury, to the frustration of Manchester City. Beth Mead is down and in some considerable comfort. Arsenal have Jordan Nobbs, Lisa Evans and René van der Donk on the bench if needed in terms of outfield players. Just came from that collision with Demi Stokes. Seems to have jarred her right knee, Beth Mead. Just coming back to the table, so those results today mean that Manchester United now have 23 points from 9 games. Arsenal, as things stand, would be second with 20 points from their 9 games. Chelsea would have 20 points, but from 8 games, so with a game in hand on all of their fellow sides in the title and Champions League hunt. And then Manchester City would be on 16 points from 8 games, but plenty of time for this result to change, of course. And in trying to affect that result, Chloe Kelly has come off, who's been largely kept pretty quiet by Katie McCabe, down the Manchester City right and the Arsenal left. So instead, the 26-year-old Canadian winger, Janine Becky, who already has 2 goals in her 6 WSL appearances this season, comes on. Too much on it for Becky to get onto that one. Janine Becky started midweek in that 2-1 win against Gothenburg. So it's a second substitution made by Manchester City. And by the looks of things, Arsenal are eyeing their second change too. Jordan Nobbs making her final preparations to come on. Question is for who? Arsenal again do just enough at the back. Manchester City pressure coming in waves now. Mewis causing a lot of trouble, slaloming down that right-hand side. It's nearly put into our own net by the Australian sub, Steph Cately, who actually makes a brilliant block from a very awkward angle. Corner to Manchester City. Greenwood goes short. Greenwood's second ball in. Arsenal can clear and Arsenal can counter. Throw in one just to give them a bit of respite.
This side, please. Thank you. Where you are?
It looks like Arsenal are actually going to make a double change. Not yet though. Cately forward, looking for Miedemar, who we've seen precious little of in this second half, but has won the free kick there against Horton. That was very clever. Got herself under the height of the ball. And just drew the foul from Steph Horton. Now Arsenal have this set piece. The left foot of McCabe is over it. Her 100th appearance for the Gunners. Assist would be a lovely way to mark it for her. There's two in the wall. Would be quite something to score from here. McCabe. Oh, it's a training ground set piece move. Needs cross. It was awkward. And Roebuck wasn't sure. This was clever stuff from Arsenal. And they get a corner. Just flicked off the defender who was there in front of left Mead, or the keeper Roebuck. Either way, clearly did get a touch because neither team was really complaining about the decision. So McCabe will now take the corner. Bus stop routine around the penalty spot for Arsenal. McCabe's corner, headed by Beattie. Away before it could get towards Roebuck's goal. Cately. Beattie under pressure from White. Good tackle by the substitute Janine Becky. Now here comes City. Mewis, who's really made them tick in this second half, gets it in behind for White, who not for the first time is caught offside. You can see her face. She's not exactly impressed with the decision. Centre forwards rarely are when given offside, of course. Double change for Arsenal. Caitlin Ford comes off to be replaced by Jordan Nobbs. So Danielle van der Donk, the Netherlands international, comes on too. Could be something of a tactical reorganisation for the Gunners. They've got no shortage of positionally flexible players. So it remains to be seen quite how Shane Montemuro will use those options. Little keeps things ticking over. Cately. Kately coming inside. Manages to keep it alive. Eventually Stokes wins it back for City. Does immediately look like Jordan Nobbs is operating down the right wing. Danielle van der Donk down the left. Ball to be won in midfield, and Arsenal win it through Roord.
Go again, Kenny, back, yep.
Greenwood. Stokes. Well into the last 10 minutes now. And remember, this isn't a result that will really satisfy either team. Bronze just overruns it. Nobbs gets her first touch, but Arsenal lose the ball. And one could tell the attacking intent of both of these sides, because when Arsenal made that double change, Ford and Mead coming off for Nobbs and van der Donk, Joe Montemurro was shouting at Mead and Ford vociferously to get off the pitch as quickly as possible. So Arsenal certainly weren't trying to occupy the clock. They want to go and try and nick 3 points here as well. Should make for a great finale. Greenwood in behind. Now Stokes. Wide for Weir. Time for a good cross. It is a good cross, it's just a bit too close to Williams though. If somebody was gambling at that near post, could have turned into a very good assist. If Arsenal could nick a win here, it would be something of a rare exception in the head-to-head. The last 6 meetings between these two in the WSL have been won by the home side. City, of course, winning the last 3 that have been here, you can deduce from that. Last time either side won away against each other was a 1-0 victory for Arsenal here back on the 28th of May 2017. More than 3.5 years ago. Jordan Nobbs with the winner that day. Arsenal fans might be hoping that with Nobbs on from the bench, history can somewhat repeat itself a bit in that sense. Kately in behind. Loose touch from Nobbs. Greenwood forward, too much on that though. Cross on the run. Corner to Manchester City. Good recovery from Katie McCabe. Caroline Weir will head across to take the set piece, with Chloe Kelly now substituted, of course. It was Kelly whose corner led to the equaliser, headed in by Sam Mewis on the half-hour mark. Lydia Williams came out and didn't manage to claim that cross, and she's got a lot of company in that 6-yard box. Corner, headed just wide. Another good set-piece chance for Manchester City. Great ball in by Caroline Weir. And it was Sam Mewis again. Just couldn't nudge it in. It does seem like Lydia Williams is taking her time with this goal kick. Taking too much time for referee Emily Heaslip's liking. Mewis needs support, finds Stokes. Stanway. Just shepherded out by Leah Williamson. Based on that quality of shepherding and the quality of some of the defending we've seen from her today, you could trust her with a herd of sheep as well, Leah Williamson. She's half as good at that as she is with ball at her feet and in defence as well. She'll do a fine job. Arguably been Arsenal's best player in this game. She's been pretty busy at right centre-back. Arsenal, of course, looking to continue a proud history in the WSL, winners of the competition in 2011, 2012, and then in the 18-19 season. Manchester City winning the WSL just once in 2016, have been unable to quite repeat that success, despite consistently being up there and challenging. Irish referee Heaslip getting a yellow card out for the second time in this game. That's why. White dropping deep to link the play, but can't really make anything happen that time. Here's White again. Walsh. Arsenal left back Katie McCabe in the book, of course. Ball round the corner for Stanway, who nearly got there after the clearance from Little. It's blocked by Stanway after she couldn't get to the initial pass. Very good at making a nuisance of herself, Georgia Stanway. Deflected over. Time running out here. Arsenal making their fourth substitution this afternoon and emptying their bench of outfield players in the process. Midfielder Marlene Goot comes off. She's put in a workmanlike shift in that central midfield area, done a lot of the work that can often go a bit unnoticed, keeping things relatively tidy. The Swiss international, 20-year-old, comes off. Lisa Evans comes on for the Gunners. Scottish forward making her fourth appearance of the season. Cately. Just couldn't quite get it through. Had precious little going forward in this second half, Arsenal. But the tension only heightened now, with both teams aware that scoring at this late stage would all but probably seal them the 3 points. Cately inside. Panicked clearance from City. Cately with the throw. Miedema. She'll try and win a corner from here. Just gets pushed off it. Tries to recover. Bundles Stanway over. Gets City the chance to get out from their own corner. And rush to get on with it. Miedema's furious about the decision. Dutch international who's scored her 11th WSL goal of the season. Sam Mewis urging City to get underway as quick as they can. She headed in the equaliser. White fouled on halfway. Good centre forward play from Ellen White. Running another free kick. Good 50 yards further up the pitch than the previous one as well. Greenwood goes direct. Just a little flick off the head of Rord, so Manchester City will have the corner. A minimum of 4 minutes added on at the back end of this game. A point apiece so far, but if it stayed that way would mean both teams lose ground in pursuit of those top 3 Champions League spots. Can Manchester City find a winner? Weir's corner, flicked on, surely in, somehow not, cleared off the line, it's still there. Proper penalty box pinball and Arsenal get it away. Well, for a moment, Steph Horton looked certain to score, just couldn't quite do so. Now Nobbs is hustled out of it. Another set-piece chance for Manchester City. Well, they've caused real problems from corners all game. And it was the same again here. Lovely in-swinging corner by Caroline Weir, and it was Katie McCabe on the line with the crucial touch on it just as it was going in. Janine Becky was in there as well. It was Wharton with the chance. Time running out for either side to grab a winner here. Arsenal trying to avoid back-to-back WSL away losses for the first time ever. In and of itself, a quite extraordinary statistic that shows their consistency of performance, both home and away. Greenwood in. Flicked on, but too much on it. I must say, to my eyes, that looked like a goal kick, given as a corner. This is where Manchester City have threatened more than anywhere else in this game for all their good work in open play. Another lethal left-footed in-swinging corner to come from Caroline Weir. 7 in and around the 6-yard box for City. Flicked up, half away by Williams on the line. And Van der Donk just heads away and manages to win the free kick off Mewis. Another excellent corner from Weir. It's Bronze who got up there with the looping header. Lydia Williams does just enough in goal for Arsenal. City staying on the high press. This point would leave Arsenal with 7 points from their 4 away games so far. Only defeat that loss to Manchester United. While Manchester City would be on to 8 points from their 4 home games. They would extend that home unbeaten run. Arsenal just can't get the ball away at the moment. Stanway hits her own teammate, comes back for a second effort, they've scored! And surely won it in the 93rd minute! What a brilliant goal from Caroline Weir! It fell to her so kindly, and didn't she finish it brilliantly? Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1. Arsenal just couldn't get the ball away. Stanway had a go the first time, it hit Ellen White, came back oh so nicely for Weir. How about the finish though? We've seen those gorgeous left-footed curling corners, and that time it was curled into the bottom corner of the net.
Alex, don't drop. Well done.
Weir's first WSL goal of the season, and what a time for it. Delight for Gareth Taylor on the touchline. Gareth Taylor, the man who, of course, has spent so long in that coaching setup at City, from joining in 2011, and now as head coach of Manchester City women. When the full-time whistle goes, we'll have a day to remember for his charges here. Unless Arsenal can do something quite extraordinary, the ball long has too much on it, and that surely will be pretty much that. It will be back-to-back away losses for Arsenal for the first time ever in their WSL history. And I would be surprised if the full-time whistle doesn't go when Ellie Robert puts her foot through this ball. goal from Caroline Weir could have such big ramifications come the end of the season. That chase for top 3 football in the Champions League, and the WSL title takes a swing towards the ladies in light blue. What a victory for Manchester City. Caroline Weir with the winner in the 93rd minute. They left it late. They're now unbeaten in 26 WSL home games. They were behind here in just the 3rd minute when Vivianne Miedema scored her 11th WSL goal of the season, in that 3rd minute. Sam Mewis equalised from a Chloe Kelly corner on the half-hour mark. And then late on, City won it through Caroline Weir's swing of a left boot into the bottom corner. What a time for her first WSL goal of the season. An absolutely brilliant game here. Manchester City close the gap. They now sit just 1 point behind Arsenal in the table. It finishes here at the Academy Stadium. Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1.